Alan, I've got £100 to spend on a feeder rod. I want something 10 foot long. I want it for winter style fishing, so skimmers and the odd carp. What am I buying?
That's a good question. There's quite a lot of that range of rods now is you can take your pick. There's hundreds of rods now in that kind of price range, and all fantastic. No matter what company you go with, they've nearly all got one in that one. But the one of them, what we have been selling quite a lot of lately, and has had loads and loads of good feedback, is this one, Tom.
Daiwa ends on, is that?
It is the new Daiwa ends on Super Slim. Can I turn that round for you?
Let's have a look. Oh, it's slim, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Beautiful.
They've got the new minimum guides on it, so they're really light, and obviously you don't think guides make a difference, and the thickness of the handles and that, but obviously they do. They make a massive difference. So this has got the minimum eyes on it.
Yeah.
So they're very light all the way through.
Yeah.
It comes with 2 tips, I do believe. 2 different strength tips, which are probably on this 10 foot one, probably 1 ounce and 1.5, because it's classed as a method feeder rod. But don't let that put you off fishing for skimmers, roach. You can fish for anything with this rod. With it saying it's a method feeder rod, what they mean by that, it's got more of a through action, as opposed to an out and out, or what I class as an out and out skimmer rod would be more tippy, with a faster taper at the tip end to see those little bites. But you will still see everything with that.
Looks nice. I like the look of the butt angle as well.
The butt
it's ergonomically shaped. Is that what you call it these days? Ergonomically shaped, something like that. Do you reckon? Is that what you go for?
Flat.
Flat.
In my world, it's got a flat butt on it, which sits really nice under your arm when you're playing a fish. You don't want to wobble off your arm and move about.
Yeah, and the size of bream you catch, that's always a danger, isn't it?
Well, that's it. And obviously then when you sit down as well, it sits across your leg really nice and doesn't want to twist round and come off your leg while you're fishing.
Got you.
But that is a absolute fantastic rod for £100. Or whatever. What are they now then? Yeah, $89.99 is that one.
$89.99. Right, I'm going to play devil's advocate then. You said you've been selling a lot of them, which is a very diplomatic answer. I'm thinking you're going to be a politician.
Yeah, well.
What would you buy if it was your £100, Alan Taylor?
What would I buy if it was my £100? Right, that is a good question. That would be very close to being top of my list.
Okay.
You know, that is it's dead light and brilliant.
So it'd be between that and one other, would it? I'm guessing then.
Yes. Am I allowed to just nip over?
Go on then.
If I have to do.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second and I'll find you the one I would buy myself.
Look at this for a range of rods, by the way, folks. This is Wickersley Angling's Rod Alley. Normally we show you the pole alley, but look at all these. It's almost like Alan's tackle room. There's nearly as many rods in here as there is in Alan's tackle room, I'm saying.
No, the int. No, the int. Right, the other one, which I would buy, which I have actually bought myself as well, and I do use them, is the Free Spirit feeder lights.
Yeah.
I'm a real fan of the carp feeders, the BWs, which stands for the Big Water Range, and the 11-foot power feeder specials. I love this range of rods, but there's 2 in this range, Tom, which might sound daft, but as the winter goes on, I swap the rod according to the conditions.
Okay.
I.e., as it is now, the Allcroft, perfect example. In 2 weeks, my league starts at Allcroft, my Wednesday league, bomb and feeder league. I would start with just the standard 10-foot feeder light.
Okay, let's have a zoom in on that one. Let's see if we can get it focused on it. Let's have a look. Come on, get him focused. There you are. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Do you see him?
Nearly, it's playing up a bit. Yeah, we can see him now. Look at that. Feeder light, 10-foot feeder light.
Yeah. Now, I would start at the beginning of the winter series with this one.
Yeah.
As in, we still chance of hooking a carp.
Yeah.
We still chance of hooking a bigger fish, a bigger bream or what have you. We might be wanting to still chuck, say, down middle to 2/3 at way across on Allcroft and places like that. So we're talking probably 30 to 35 yards. So you still need a rod with a little bit of backbone, especially fishing up in our area. We have loads of horrible conditions. It sometimes has a real bad wind on it. And virtually when we fish on that moat lake, it always seems to be from right to left.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's like a near on a southerly wind all the time on there.
Yeah.
And it can be a real testing wind when you're casting small feeders and that. But with this 10-foot one, it's dead soft, as in the tip. Yeah. It's really soft. But if you do hook a carp with it, and I've had carp out on this rod to double figures. Yeah. And especially fishing with 012 hook lengths, 014 hook lengths with 14s and 16s on the lighter gauged wires as well. You still don't think you're going to lose one. So that would be my all-rounder to go to. Yep. Okay. And how much is that one? That one is 135.
Oh, you've pushed it, haven't you? You've pushed that, haven't you?
I know, but you said I could. Right. As it gets colder. As in now we're talking Christmas time, January, February. It's a lot harder. The carp have shut up shop. And we're basically out and out skimmer fishing. And we might even go down.
We'll have to move you around a little bit because light's reflected off your head a bit there. I'm not even kidding, it actually is. That's better. Right, go again. Yeah.
Right, as I say, with this one, this is the feeder light SL.
Right.
So, what does SL stand for?
Super light?
Super light, super, whatever you want to call it.
Super
but
light.
It's even thinner than the super light.
Yeah.
And it is even softer in the tip action.
Right, okay. So this is a real soft rod.
This is a real soft rod.
Oh, wow, I can see that. Look at that.
Look at that. The action on them is fantastic.
It is, isn't it?
They've got glass tips in this one as well, so you get even a better bite registration than you do with a carbon tip. You still can't beat glass tips for bite registration, especially with skimmers and winter fish, roach and things like that. The bite registration with a glass tip over a carbon tip, in my opinion, is far superior.
Couldn't agree more.
But it's a lighter rod, it's a softer rod, so as I say, as it gets cooler and we go down even finer to like 012s to an 18, or with like at Allcroft, as you know yourself, a lot of the feeder fishing is done last 2 hours on your 2+2 line. So you literally don't even need to take your bail arm off rod. You can just literally swing it out and drop it in, and you're fishing on that slope in front of you at like say 6 metres. And when you get a bite on that rod, you're not going to crack off.
They're on,
They're on, they're on. You've got your cracking bait presentation, and they're on.
Love it, love it.
And that's the one. Them's my two.
Slightly more expensive. That one, how much is that one as well?
That one is 124.
So I'll tell you what, that's a lovely piece of kit. So there you are, folks. We've got the Daiwa ends on at
Super Slim
at $84.99.
$89.99.
$89.99. Good job you're here, pal, for detail, isn't it?
And then we've got the Feeder Light SL.
Yeah.
Super Light.
Yeah.
10 foot, and that's $124.99.
Yeah.
And then we've just got the standard Feeder Light.
Yeah.
And that one is 135, 136 quid.